Hello, and welcome to my channel. My name is Tasha, only Natasha when I'm in trouble, and I want to talk a little bit about how I popped my own comfort zone bubble and the drastic changes I made in the past 2.5 months that have led me to where I'm at right now. I did want to apologize for my bustedness, but then I thought, Aiden, I'm recording. Hello, and welcome to my channel. My name is Tasha, only Natasha when I'm in trouble. No need for that. Ugh. Hello, my name is Tasha, only Natasha when I'm in trouble. Welcome to my channel. In this chapter, I'm going to talk a little bit about me bursting my own comfort zone bubble and the drastic changes I made to get to where I am right now. So there's 3 kind of major components in one's life that affects their mental and physical self and health and being in general. And I changed all 3 of those things in the past 2.5 months. Let me just start with the relationship part of that. There's work, relationship, and there's your home. As far as relationships are concerned, I was in a relationship. I'm no longer in a relationship. Sometimes things just don't work out, and the reasons as to why those things don't work out is nobody's business. You move on, and that's that. I'm definitely not like anti-love or whatever, but I am not interested in any of that right now. So then I'm gonna fast forward work. I want to talk about the changes that I made at work. So I was with a job for 5 years, which to anybody's standards I would think is a long time. I was the head honcho. I was the store manager. I was in charge. I had at some point within that 5 years, I was straight up not having a good time. And it's most unfortunate, but it happened, and I decided that I needed to make a change. I know that we are just so focused on but I'm comfortable, I've been there for a long time, financially, I'm in a good spot, but if you aren't happy, and I wasn't happy, it affected so many more things than just that. One day I went into work and I spoke with the owner, and it was a very overwhelming, heavy heart, deep conversation, and I was completely honest and was I just don't want to do this anymore. I can't do this anymore. I'd rather do something else. And it was all understood. It was all on good terms. I happily worked my remaining 3 weeks. So now I have 2 jobs. I've always had 2 jobs, but my part-time job became a full-time job. And then I got a part-time job to kind of back it up. I just was thinking of myself. And yeah. So, by day, I work in food service, and at night, for my part-time job of the custodial arts, or a janitor, if you want to be a dick about it. I literally change trashes and I sweep floors, and yeah, and a lot of people are like, oh, kind of a couple knocks down from a store manager. But I think what people don't understand is but what I'm doing right now, between my full-time job and my part-time job, working in food service and then cleaning, I am literally making the same amount of money I was making on salary with 75% less responsibility than I had as an acting store manager. And if I really wish I can explain how much happier I am mentally and physically because I made this change, and it was scary, and it all worked out. Like, it really did. Like, I absolutely love what I do right now, and I love that when I go home, and at 9:30 I clock out, and that's it. I don't get calls from work. I don't do inventory. I don't fill out paperwork like that. Like, I don't do any of that stuff, and it's really, really awesome, and I'm having a really good time. I know what I'm capable of, and I know my worth, and I'm not doing too shabby. So that was relationships, that was work, and then now there's home. So I lived by myself for 2 years. It was a fantastic time. It was, when you live by yourself, it's like a different comfort level. Like, more often than not, I ate at my kitchen counter in my underwear, and can't nobody tell me nothing. I kept it a mess, I kept it clean, like I did whatever I want because it was mine. And it was the best feeling ever. Within that 2.5 months, my lease is up May 31st. So I was given a choice to either renew my lease or to move in with my parents, whom, if you know anything about me, I absolutely adore my parents. My parents are the coolest thing since sliced bread. Just like any parents, they get on my nerves, but for the most part, 99.9%, they are awesome. They are good to me. They are good for me, and they're just the absolute best. And I know a lot of people are like, moving in with your parents, like, yikes, what are you thinking? I'm thinking I'm saving a lot of money. I'm also thinking that I stay in a very beautiful home that is fully furnished, and the fridge is always full, and my fur babies are loved and taken care of, and it's good. I got a pool out back. I got a fenced-in yard. I have a driveway I park in. Like, it's good. It's so good. And it's just so crazy to where, really, to where I was to being where I am right now. Huh? Dad, I'm recording. Oh, it's okay. It's fine. So as you would have guessed, I, instead of renewing my lease, chose to move in with my parents. My parents are installing new flooring, and my dad is yelling the measurements to my mom through the kitchen to the bedroom. Did I tell them I was recording? Yes. Do they care? No. But that is a privilege that you give up. Privacy when you live with your parents. But all together, a really good time. So, again, I changed my job situation because I wasn't happy. And if you ain't happy, what is you doing? My relationship status changed. I went from in a relationship to a very single and not interested in mingling. And 3, I moved out of my apartment and moved back in with my parents after 2 years of living on my own. And I'm really, really excited about it. I've been the happiest I've been in a really long time. Now don't get it twisted, like, it took a minute to get to this place and be like, you know what, it's gonna be okay, everything's gonna be all right. There was a time I was really sad and like super depressed and down about everything, like kind of just like biting my nails, like, oh my gosh, am I gonna be able to afford this? Am I gonna be able to do these things? am I going to be okay being alone and not having somebody to talk to every day? And how is it going to be back at my parents' house, you know, being grown but still having rules? And just when I thought like everything was falling apart for a little while, everything was actually falling into place. So for the first time in a really long time, all those three major components in one's life are all working out. Work is really, really great. I'm really happy with what I do and who I work with and the few responsibilities that I have. And then my relationship definitely changed, and I'm okay. Like, it's good, like I'm all right. I definitely have more money in the bank because I'm not with anybody. When I want to go eat, I go eat wherever I want, not where anybody else wants. And I see the movies that I want to see and all that good stuff that comes with being on your own. So that's cool. And then my home life is pretty freaking great. So yeah, so all those three things because I chose me. I would love for you guys to like stick around and watch these chapters that I'm gonna put up here and see the changes that are made and the fun times that I have and then maybe the not so fun times that I have, because life is too short and it's way too short to not choose you. So this is me tagging myself. I'm my priority right now. And it feels so good. It's okay to not be okay. And it is okay to be scared, and you don't have to be scared forever. And I know sometimes it takes up the courage to do those things and make those changes, but it can be done and it will be done. So hang in there. You got this. I believe in you. So thank you guys so much for watching. Again, I apologize if this video kind of just on, but until the next chapter.